Today we're going to start from the very beginning with the most essential photo tools. Hi, it's me, the photo guy on the island, Urban. Today we're going to start from the very beginning with the most essential photo tools you have. Your eyes. With your eyes, you're curious. You're looking around, searching for interesting subjects. It's your radar, looking for something to shoot. And remember, interesting might not be the same as beautiful. Keep your eye in the viewfinder. The viewfinder is a little peeping hole in the back of most cameras. If you got one, use it. Like this. And you can flick the camera around a little bit or turn your head to put your subject where you want to have it in your picture. Maybe you want to have it far out to one side, or maybe in the middle, or maybe a little bit more to one side. There are different meanings, different feelings, depending on where you put your subject. Try turning your camera. We sometimes call the standing format portrait, and the format lying down we call landscape. But of course, you can shoot landscapes this way, and you can shoot portraits this way. Sometimes the subject decides which one is better, but you can also need different shapes depending on the usage, where the picture should be at the end. We call this stuff where we put the subject in the image and what's around your subject, we call it composition. Another thing you use your eyes for is to anticipate the moment. And you have sometimes to wait with the eye in the viewfinder for something to happen. And when it happens, you shoot. Of course, capturing the moment is really difficult. But sometimes you will know before about what will happen. Let's say someone carries in a birthday cake with candles. The one having his birthday will probably... And if you're ready, you can get the shot. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me with the algorithms, and it helps other photographers to find this course. Thank you. The other important tool is your feet. Of course, you don't need to be barefoot. A pair of good shoes is a good idea to have. And you use, of course, your feet to move around, finding subjects and finding the best angle to shoot your subject. Almost always in your pictures you have a background, something behind your subject. And sometimes you even have a foreground, something between the camera and the subject. What's your subject? Well, the most important thing or person in the image. Who decides what's most important? Of course, that's you, the photographer. But you have to give the viewer a hint about what you have decided. You can make the subject bigger, brighter, sharper. You can use composition, color, and so on to point out who or what is the subject in the picture. You can go closer or further away. Often it's better to go closer to your subject. But sometimes you need an overview of the whole shebang, and that's, of course, perfectly sound too. Sometimes we say we zoom with our feet, but zooming and going backwards or forwards isn't technically the same thing. And If you need to go backwards, be careful. Watch your back. It has happened that photographers have had accidents while backing. That walking around doesn't end. Even if you got a decent picture, try to find a better angle and shoot again. And repeat that. You have to hold your camera steady. And for that, you can have an actual tripod, but you can use yourself as a tripod too. You put your feet slightly apart, the toes a little bit outwards, right hand on the camera, left hand under the lens, and pressing the camera slightly to your head. And take the shot. Try to hold steady. Use 3 or more points. Get it steady. If you need to have your camera like this, use the strap to keep it more steady. And of course, being outside, you can sometimes lean towards walls, trees, light poles or whatever to become more steady. Of course, you need some kind of camera. We'll talk about cameras and lenses and camera gear in another class. 80% of the picture is about your eyes and about your feet. So begin with training that before you rush away to buy a fancy camera. Of course, the brain has a part of it. You have to train your brain to think as a photographer. You learn by doing, by shooting. Go out and do that. Okay, this was everything for now. Next time we will start an exercise. See you. Bye.